How you doing, everybody? It's Glowing Double O Cabbage, back from the dead. I haven't made a video in a very long time, and that's just because it's just been busy. It's been busy. I just really haven't had time, but just tonight actually is my first night when I should have been to work, but I'm not because I'm on paternity leave. So I have 6 months of paternity leave where I don't have to work, so I'm going to have a lot of extra time, especially in the evenings. Huxley, our son, he's almost 7 months old now, and he's sleeping through the night. He has since he was 3 months old, but so I get a lot of time in the evening to listen to records now, which is really nice. It's been a long time actually since I've been able to listen to more than 1 or 2 records at a time. So yeah, I'm back. A lot of things have changed. I got a new turntable. It's an awesome dual 505 with an Ortofon cartridge, which I'm super happy with. It's the nicest record player I've ever owned. So it's so nice to have it. And cheers, drinking Alpine. And look who's come over to say hello. Those who watch my previous videos know that Charlie's a big star. Hi. In the background, we're listening to Ed Bickhart Quartet. This cat can play guitar. Chris Cole, I'm sure you know about this guy. Man, with Terry Clark on drums, Steve Wallace on bass, and Rick Wilkins on tenor sax. Just a killer album. Very bossa nova inflected jazz. This is a track called CTA that we're listening to right now by Jimmy Heath. Yeah, it's killer. It's killer. I got this a while back. A friend of mine was getting rid of his records and gave them all to me for $1 each. I did a bunch of videos in the past. You can go back in my in my videos and check them out if you want. But I don't even know if you can really hear this. Hopefully it's not too loud. But I just figured I'd like to come on and you know, say hi to everybody and reconnect. It's been a while since I've shown any records, so, and I have I've cut down on the amount of records that I'm buying. I don't know, just because, you know, like, you don't really need a shitload of records. I know that sounds crazy, but I just at that point in my life where it's nice to have records. That's Charlie's tail going by each time. It's funny. But yeah, I mean, I just buy a new record, brand new record every 2 weeks when I get paid from work. So, plus, you know, with you know, money not being as prevalent as it is usually because of maternity and paternity leave and stuff. So, anyways, it all evens out in the end. So I've been very selective about what I buy, because I'm not buying much. However, I did buy $20 worth of records. I broke my own rule just because when I bought that turntable, the guy I bought it from, really nice older fella who has like this really incredible jazz collection of records, mostly fusion, like a lot of Mahavishnu Orchestra and organ and a lot of really cool music. He just asked me if I wanted to buy some records, so I said, well, I only have $20 extra, so sure. So he gave me like, I think 5 records for $20. I couldn't believe it. He says he's gonna come up with a price for all of them and then sell them to me, so that'll be interesting to do and see what kind of a price he comes up with. But anyways, one of the records that he set me up with was this one, and this has been a long time want for me. Like, this is a record that was made when Miles Davis came back from you know, having a really hard time with drugs and wasn't playing music, and he had quite a long stay away from making music, and it was released in 1983. And man, it is really good. It has Miles Davis, Mino Sinulu on percussion, Bill Evans on tenor and soprano saxophone, Al Foster on drums, Marcus Miller on electric bass, John Schofield on electric guitar, Mike Stern. I've heard some stories about Mike Stern being also quite a drug addict when this album was made or whatever, and Tom Barney on electric bass also. But this is a really killer sleeper of an album, if you ask me. Never released on CD in the US, only in Japan. But it is a killer album. It's really good. I highly recommend anybody who likes Miles Davis's music to check this album out, because it's killer. Van, I know you have this, don't you? If you don't, you should have this. Yeah, shout out to everybody. I'm not going to go through names because there's just so many friends that I have here in the vinyl community. You know, it's just an incredible place. It's really grown, and a lot of people I've noticed have gotten away from making videos, but what can you do? I mean, everybody has their reasons, and you know, I don't hold anything against anybody. Another album, believe it or not, that I didn't have, that I got from this guy that I got the record player from, was Miles Davis's Kind of Blue. Absolute masterpiece of an album. I know it's been said it's probably his most popular and most sold album. I just love this album, especially that John Coltrane's on it and they're playing together, and just the synergy and the connection between Miles Davis and John Coltrane, and not to mention, you know, James Cobb and Paul Chambers and Cannonball Adderley, Bill Evans, Wynton Kelly. This is an all-star lineup. Anybody who's interested in just kind of, you know, scratching the surface of jazz, this is a perfect album to start with. So amazing. My wife even loves this album. We made supper to it there a couple of nights ago, and she was like, this is really nice. I agree. It is super nice. Miles Davis is Kind of Blue. It's an 80s pressing, I believe. I can't find a year anywhere on this, but it's a red Columbia in excellent condition. I mean, I don't care what kind of pressing it is. I heard that most of the pressings actually have the wrong sort of speed, or not speed, but it's off somehow. And anyway, great. And this is one of the ones that he was okay with letting go of too. This is another one that I picked up from the fellow I bought the turntable off of. This is Bill Frisell and Vernon Reid. Bill Frisell is an amazing chameleon guitar player. I mean, he can play the most craziest, heaviest stuff that he plays with John Zorn to like really delicate and beautiful jazz. Just an amazing musician, period. And Vernon Reid, you probably all know from Living Colour. He also was really active in the experimental music, and this is quite experimental. Bill Frisell plays like synthesizer a lot on this and stuff, and it's pretty interesting. It was recorded in New York City. This is on the record label Minor Music. Just a killer album. Like, not all of it is fantastic, but the parts that are really fantastic are just incredible. So yeah, Bill Frisell and Vernon Reid, pretty cool album. The last album that I got from the guy, all these records together came to $20, so it's a pretty good deal actually. This is the last one that I picked up. It's a sort of a compilation of John Coltrane's on Impulse. Anything on Impulse is worth picking up, if you ask me. There's the track listing on there. It kind of spans his whole career. Really wonderful. Like, you know, everything from his really wonderful ballads to his really experimental stuff. But Impulse, John Coltrane, the best of John Coltrane, his greatest years. I think every year of his was the greatest, though. So really excellent album. So we're going to go into a bunch of albums that I'm not even really sure if I've shown them before, but if I haven't shown them, I've at least been listening to them, and I just thought I'd share them. So one of the albums that I picked up in my 2-week buys or whatever was Swans' The Seer. 3-album set. Amazing artwork. I guess you've probably all seen this before, but this is really, I mean, undeniably brilliant, but it's the kind of album that I can't listen to at all. Not only is it just too much music to listen to in one sitting, like, for me anyway, I know a lot of people probably disagree, but this is just really, really out there. Like, it's hard on my head. The first time I tried to listen to this, it was just like, oh my god, it's just so repetitive and like just in a good way. I mean, you know, but it's hard to explain, but it's just a heavy on the head album. The Seer, my only album by Swans. This is a great album, man. This is fantastic. This is Julius Hemphill, sorry, with Coon Business. Just an awesome jazz record. Not too easy to find. This is a promotional copy. I mean, these Arista Freedom releases that all kind of share the same sort of philosophy when it comes to artwork. It has like sort of a you know, an abstract painting and then a photo. And it's all, you know, they're all like kind of easy to find, but I've only seen this once before. This is crazy. This has got Black Arthur Blythe on alto sax, Hamiet Blewett, Abdul Wadud, Barry Altschul on drums, and Daniel Ben Zebulon on congas. Amazing album. Can't go wrong with Julius Hemphill. Pick this up. This is my only B13 album. This is, that's quite a glare. This is Miles Davis live at the Philharmonic in Berlin on November 1st, 1973. Not the best quality live recording, but not the worst either, and I'm glad I have it in the collection because I am a Miles Davis Electric Period nut. But these B13 releases are pretty cool, actually. This is obviously on green vinyl, but yeah, cool stuff. So I know I've shown this one before, but I was listening to this a couple days ago. Lonnie Liston Smith's Astral Traveling. What an album this is. This is better and better each time I listen to it, and I know he has better albums. People have you know, told me, but this one reissued on Flying Dutchman, which is easy to find. Is just killer. It's gatefold. Get this glare because the lamp is right above. But Sun Ra, I got this from Dr. Deadwax. Thank you so much, man. This is awesome. Sun Ra and his orchestra, Pictures of Infinity, on Black Lion. Just, I don't even know where to start, man, with Sun Ra. That guy's one crazy cat, but yeah, cool stuff. Listen to this lately too. Fred and the New JBs, Fred Wesley and James Brown, Breaking Bread. There's just, oh man, there's so many great things to say about this album, and this was cheap too. These James Brown reissues are pretty cheap in my town for some reason. There's a whole bunch of them. There's the label. But I know I've shown this before too. I'm quite certain I have. But whew, what a killer album that is. Especially the tune I Want to Get Down, I think it is. It's just, oh man, it's so funky. And shout out to Carl Nolan. We all know Carl from the UK. Amazing punk professor. The professor of punk, I would say. I bought this off him. It's an original press. It's The Fall's very first album, live at the Witch Trials. Oh man, I don't even know where to begin with this either. I love this band, The Fall. There's something about them that just jives with me. So I'm going to keep this under 15 minutes. Thanks everybody for watching. That's it. Oh, I also got this too. John Coltrane. Oh, it's almost 15 minutes. And Cluster. There, I did them all. Happy to be back, guys. Take it easy.